back, Cage Junkies. I'm here with John Kelly, record of 5-3. How you doing, brother?
Doing good, man. How are you?
I'm good. Now, this man's going to be fighting tonight at the Bellator showdown at the Hard Rock Casino in off of Griffin there in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. How are you feeling today after yesterday's brutal weigh-ins?
Well, the weigh-ins weren't too brutal for me because I had a real good camp. I dieted real well, and I did a lot of work in order to get my body weight down to where I wouldn't have to cut too much water weight. Okay. I've done in the past where I've had to cut a lot of water weight, and I didn't really feel good fighting. I felt lethargic. Yeah. So I feel really good today. I haven't really changed much in my eating patterns, just added a little bit more carbs. So I'm feeling really healthy. Excellent. And I think that the health and the feeling lean is going to translate over to me performing a little bit better in the cage.
Now, I know this is a school of thought that has been successful with some of the top flight talent. The old school thought of, oh man, I just got to cut that water weight just to make the weight, is almost on its way right out the door. People are beginning to figure out that their body's more of a science than just a machine that they could drain and then just pump fluids back into it. How did you come across this school of thought to treat your body differently to prepare for these fights?
Well, mine was purely through trial and error because, like I said before, I would cut more water weight, but I wouldn't perform the way I would perform in training. I would feel more lethargic from the cut. So I said I'd rather be maybe 5-10 pounds lighter and feel better. Because to me, you know, speed equals power. It's not always about how big you are, but how fast you move. And, you know, honestly, with my body size, I could really be fighting 155. So, you know, this might be the beginning of me going to actually to 155, because now I'm walking around at 180, where I used to walk around at 190, 195, but I feel 10 times better now than I ever did at 190.
That's the kind of talk that a champion has. They see the future, they see what their bodies can do, and they begin to adapt. It sounds like you're adapting.
I'm definitely adapting. In this sport, if you don't adapt, you die. Exactly. I mean, in life in general, you got to keep evolving mentally, physically, spiritually. And that's another thing I've been doing more is all aspects of my life I've been involving and looking for different ways to keep life interesting.
Tell us about you. Where are you from?
I'm from down here originally. Okay. I was born in Hollywood, moved to Dade County when I was like 5 years old. I've been here ever since in North Miami. I went to North Miami Junior High, Senior High. I went to Miami-Dade. I went to FIU. So I've done it all. You know, I've done everything there is to do in Miami. I started training maybe 5 years ago just for fitness because I was tired of the same old weight room BS, and started training with some professional guys, and I noticed that I could compete with the professional guys. So I said, hey, you know, let me give the professional stuff a shot. This way, when I'm older, I look back on my life and say, oh, at least I gave different things shots, more experience, more quality of life, and it's been really good to me. It's taught me a lot about life and about people and about growing.
Wow. Yeah, no regrets. That's really the best way to live it. Now, are you doing this full time? This is your job?
No, I'm actually a firefighter, Miami-Dade County firefighter. I'm also a personal trainer. This is probably my passion. Yes. I wouldn't call this a job. I would probably do it for free. Fighting is tough because there's a lot of stress. The actual fight I like. You know, I enjoy the competition, but all the stuff that goes around it, the weigh-ins, the media stuff, which I don't mind doing interviews, but after a while it becomes a little bit of a pain in the butt. So, you know, the whole sport is cool, and I like the fighting, so I'd probably do it for free, but my main job is a firefighter. I have 3 kids, so that even goes 10, 4, and 16. Yeah, so my plate is full.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah.
No kidding. Now, Cage Junkies, where can they find you online or wherever and begin to start following your career?
Well, you know, it's funny you say that because I'm actually going to, in the middle of starting a website, me and my buddy actually just started doing it. It's one of those things to where it's John Kelly MMA, but it's not solely MMA. We're going to talk about spirituality, you know, and I'm not talking about religious spirituality. I'm talking about, you know, all-encompassing spirituality. We're going to be doing health. We're going to be doing fitness. We're going to be doing fun stuff, just things that people can do to keep their life interesting, things that I find interesting, which I like to pass on to people, keep people aware of what's going on in the world, not just MMA, but you got politics. You got to look around the world and see what's going on so you can be prepared for the future, because the future is going to be a lot different than the past. You know, and I'm trying to get that message out to people and just, you know, get everybody to a point to where they are more aware of what's going on around them and not necessarily so pigeonholed in the daily stuff.
Yeah, a lot of us get kind of pigeonholed in that grind.
Everybody does.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do it myself all the time. And sometimes you got to get outside of that and see the big picture.
I'm loving that idea. Cage Junkies, you know where this man is going. JohnKellyMMA.com.
Yes, sir.
Awesome. You guys follow
It's
him?
not up yet. It'll be up soon.
Keep an eye out on Cage Junkies. We'll continue to follow this man.
My name's John Kelly, and I'm a cage junkie.